Hey everybody, I was overmodulating. Hey, this is another Blue Yeti, Mr. Microphone. This one came with the boom arm. It came with this arm and this pop filter. And on the front of the pop filter it says blue on it, so it's a Blue Yeti setup. And I put this on my wish list at Goodwill. You know, figuring you're kind of doing them good for buying stuff from them, because it goes toward a good cause. She's looking at this purple. This is the purple light. Don't look at the purple light. Bongo. Bongo. Come here. Here you go. This is like the Blue Yeti that Angel's got. And let me spread those lights out a little bit. Yeah. Ooh. 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 The only problem with this I found so far, this was on clearance for, I think, $35. This whole setup, it came with this boom arm, pop filter, microphone. The only thing it didn't come with is the clamp, which I already have one on my desk here for the other boom arm. So to switch out the microphones, I just have to pull the other boom arm out and lay it down. It's still connected. I could switch back to the Blue Snowball Ice. But I wanted to try this one out. And it was on clearance for $35, but then I got 50% off. So what you're looking at here, these are on sale at just the microphone, this part, at Best Buy for $89. I got the pop filter, microphone, and the boom arm. Didn't come with the cable, which it's a USB cable. So I got all that for $17. $17.50. And because I had it shipped with other stuff, it didn't cost. Actually, I'm starting from fresh again. Look at that. Look at that little rat. She's just playing shadow boxing or something. Hey, Bongo. I accidentally pressed the stop record button, so I'm going to have to splice these together. How's everybody doing this Friday, January 5th? It's First Friday. Bongo. Bongo. Why don't you come over and get into view on the white towel there, sweetie? Come on, Bongo. Now Neo's crying. So I'm trying this out, the USB on the back. I think this has been well used, because on the back the USB is a little bit loose. So I may have to look into why that's so loose. But I've got one other microphone just like this, but it's on the stand. This is like the one Angel's got. So semi professional podcaster. This is your podcast, Jimbo 206 podcast, coming at you from cloudy central USA. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? This cat is trainable. I'm telling you, watch this. She'll do whatever you want her to do. If I had a laser, she'd follow it all over all over high heaven. Actually, I moved this over so you could see my microphone. And I can move it back. I went outside and stood out near the chair in the sun wondering, can I do the video or not? The sun went behind a cloud, a big bunch of clouds. So I covered it with my eyes so I could see which direction the sun's coming from, or the clouds, which direction the sun's coming from. And the clouds were coming from the east, moving to the west, and they were large. So I realized that it was going to get worse. You know, there's some blue sky, and then there's a big cloud, and the big cloud was moving over. So it probably would have been every bit of 20 minutes while the cloud was covering the sun. You know, other than that, I would have been outside. It was warm enough, and the wind wasn't blowing too bad, but it was just a little bit too cool when the sun went behind the cloud. So maybe tomorrow we'll get out there and we'll have a little sunshine. But I thought, what a good opportunity to try out this $17 microphone setup. You know, this is the only little pop filter thing I've got on any of my microphones. None of the other ones have this. And this one says blue. Let me show you. You see? It says blue. So it's part of a kit. Now I can't get it to go back. It's part of a kit that comes with these microphones, I guess. But just the microphone is $89 on sale. The normal price is between $99 and $129. Bongo, you all right? Let me put a light on Bongo. Let me put you on pause. Don't go anywhere. So that'll give you a little extra light on Bongo. Look at her look at me like, what did I just do? Did I actually turn that light on and point it in her eyes? She's wondering. And we'll see how this microphone, this is actually stereo. It's showing two different channels. One's higher than the other one. It's because I'm on that side. Now when I move to this side, the other one's going up. This is one side of your stereo. And this is the other side of the stereo. Isn't that interesting? You know, the blue ice, or the snowball, must not have stereo, because I see the both lines moving at the same time. This one shows that one channel, you know, unless I'm right in front of it like I am now. And this one has a microphone attachment, so you can plug the microphone in and listen to yourself talking, so you can make sure that the audio is coming out okay. But the program you want to use, which is the OBS Studio, has filters built into it where you could filter the audio plus an equalizer and everything else. So this is a Canon USB cable. It's got the little ferrite choke. That's what that is on the end, guys. It's a piece of iron. It's wrapped around the last part of the cable, and what that does is it reduces interference. It's called a ferrite choke. It's made out of iron that's in there. I've got a couple of these. So when I take stuff apart, I like to focus you. Focus. Here it is. It's the mini USB, not the micro. So the one I'm using with this camera now is actually a Sony cable that came from a Sony camera, and it was in a bin in the middle bedroom. Just interesting stuff, you know what I mean? It's just so much. It's really a lot of fun to deal with microphones and cameras. You know, I'm on the Sony camcorder that's not good for anything. Probably couldn't sell it to make $10 from it because the door for the tape is stuck open. One of these days I'll show you what it looks like, but it's on an MX350 tripod that I got from Big Lots like 30 years ago, and I just had it hanging around. Because it's so short, it's exactly what I needed. I probably need one a little bit shorter. This one came with my, this is for a GoPro, but it'll fit just about any camera that takes. What was that? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like a scream. I'm gonna have to turn my camera around, see what's going on outside. This came when I got my first GoPro a year or two ago, used on the bike. This little tripod came with the, it's actually got a little rubber on it for grabbing it. This came with the kit for like $50. You get a kit from Best Buy that has a whole bunch of attachments. It's got this, and some other things with it. Of course, this isn't adjustable, I don't think. Don't think you can bend it. It's not, doesn't actually get any longer. This is just the as tall as it goes. It's for sitting on a table. And of course there's no level. That's why you need your handy dandy bubble level. Da, 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 da. So I'll splice these two together. Got that if I need it. So I'm still looking for a smaller tripod from Goodwill. If I can, and I put this stuff on a wish list. If you go to the Goodwill website, it's called Goodwill Finds, Finds. It's where I got the all of my microphones. This microphone with the pop filter. Pop, pop, pop. Can you hear me? Pop, pop, pop. And maybe tomorrow I'll put on some headphones so I can actually hear what I'm talking about, and monitor my own audio. That way you're sure it's working when you're podcasting. That's why when people podcast, you see them with headphones on. Angel's got a pair of the QC15, the Bose, that comes with a cord, but you can buy a Bluetooth adapter that plugs into it. It's very interesting. That's the best sounding headset I think I've ever had in my entire life. That Bose QC15. I think that's what it is. It's the Quiet Comfort 15. Super comfortable. But just something to keep in mind, this is a $15, $17 setup. The other one I think was $7. The Blue Snowball Ice. And this one has like 10 times as many options on the back. It's got a gain control. Should I turn it up? I'm going to turn the gain up. Let's see. It makes it more sensitive if I turn the gain up. Turning it down. Down, down. Nope, I'm turning it up. The gain is up. It's overmodulating. I'm going to turn it. Actually, it's all the way down because I actually have the software at plus 3 decibels because the Blue Snowball, which is actually a chrome snowball, doesn't have a gain knob on it. These have gain knobs and little mute switches and everything, but I don't want to touch this if I can help it because the USB is a little loose on it. So I'm probably going to maybe hot glue this USB cord into there. And, it was almost free, these microphones. Why they're so cheap and why people turn them in Goodwill. It's probably because people start making lots of money on YouTube. And they just don't. They just buy like a $6,000 microphone set and they just throw this trash away. But instead of throwing it away, they give it to Goodwill. I had you on pause, but I'm back. I'm not directly in front of it. Now I am, so now it'll be even across both sides. So when I'm on this side, most of my voice is coming through the left, or I think the left channel. It's probably the right channel because I'm got the microphone upside down. It just came out better this way than if I had it sticking straight up. There's not a lot going on today. It's cool out. Let's see what the Bongo's doing. Bongo's sleeping. Can we zoom in on Bongo? Bongo. Bongo. They wag their tails just like a dog. Isn't that so crazy? She's such a good little girl. She came up to me outside. It's just so incredible the way we've gotten these cats, that they just appear out of nowhere, especially Gugu, because I still think that Gugu's the prettiest cat I've ever seen. And I'm not a cat person, and Gugu's the prettiest cat I've ever seen. I just can't believe, a white cat belongs in like a mansion with like a white couch or something, or a black leather couch with a white cat on it, in like a big fluffy $500 cat bed. But I ended up with Goo. He's my best pal, Gugu. My Gugu doll, my green and blue-eyed kitty. This is just a throwaway. People throw these cats away. Throw them out of their windows of their car all the time. And she's going to be our perpetual kitten because she's so tiny in shape and size. So I hope everybody's doing okay on this Friday. And things are pretty calm here. I'm just getting tired early. Here it is 11 o'clock in the morning and I am like super tired. I think I'm going to go make some coffee. What do you think? Let me go make a cup of coffee. I'll tell you what I got from Publix here in a minute, but I'm going to go make some coffee. I'll be right back. It's 11:09 now, but when we come back on, we'll see how long it takes. All right, don't touch your mouse or your keyboard or your phone. I'll be right back. You don't mind if I drink coffee while I'm talking to you? You can watch Bongo being cute. Bongo, you cute? Bongo. Who would think cats wag their tail just like dogs? And I got some, this is instant coffee. I've got the last two times the community coffee, which is pretty much the one I've settled on. It's just a good all-around coffee. The Folgers and the Maxwell House K-Pods, along with the Walmart K-Pods, for some reason they taste like they have cardboard ground up in them. It's like, tastes like cardboard box. It's very interesting. The community coffee has just got coffee flavor. It may be a little light tasting compared to like the McDonald's or the New England. I used to love the New England, but I think it was a little bit too strong. So the community coffee seems the best. And the Folgers instant coffee, it's great to have on hand for the end of the world, when you may just have to put a spoonful of it in some like cold water to have some cold frappuccino or something like that. Every once in a while I'll put some Hershey's chocolate syrup in here and make not a mocha joe. That's something else. I'd make just a mocha, which is a coffee and chocolate. At Publix today, they had the waters 3 for $10. I get the purified, it's a 32 pack. And I got 4 of them, so it's 4 for $12, something like that. And it may be a little bit cheaper to get it from Sam's, but they're like a 42 or 45 pack, just way too heavy. So I'd rather get the 32 pack of the Publix water, especially since it's down the street. You know, the less money I can spend at Sam's, the better. And this goes on my Walgreens credit card, MasterCard, which gives me 3% cash back on groceries. So I only spent $68 today. They had the Nature's Own or Nature Valley blueberry muffin bars. They're soft baked muffins, but they're flat little bars. And I eat one of those for breakfast in the morning with a cup of coffee to take my medicine with. And to me, it's just perfect. You know, it's quick, it's easy, it's fast. There's no cooking, no heating up. And it's, I think, 150 calories, which is almost perfect for breakfast. And it puts something on your stomach, so when you take your medicine doesn't make you ill. You know, the prenatal vitamins that your mother used to take, if you take those on an empty stomach, they'll make you vomit. Just something that's in them. So yeah, you have to take prenatal vitamins when you get pregnant and you're carrying a child, because I guess you need twice as many, or you need more iron for sure, and I forget what else it is that's important for having babies. Zinc folate or something like that, niacin. But sometimes if you feel sick after taking a pill, it may be because you should have put something on your stomach. So they were buy one get one free, and I think I got 4 boxes. 4 or 6 boxes. No, I got 4 boxes. I'll go back tomorrow and I'll get 4 more. So I got 4 of those. They had what else did they have? They didn't have the community coffee. They've been out of that for a while. Something else. The big boy ice cream bars are buy one get one. 6 per box. I always pick those up when they're on sale. I won't buy them otherwise. And oh, I know, the Twinings tea, English. I call it hotel tea because it comes in these little packets that are sealed, so somebody can't grab a tea bag out of the tea bag holder and touch other tea bags. They're all sealed, each and every tea bag. I would call it gourmet tea. Normally they're $9 for a 50 count. At Walmart they're $7 for 50 count, and they're buy one get one right now at Publix. Last time they didn't have them, so I got 4. Actually, I got 6 boxes. They had some of the Irish breakfast, which has got a darker flavor to it. Tomorrow I'll probably get 2 more boxes of the Irish. The English tea is what I drink all the time. In the morning I have a cup of tea. With my breakfast I have 2 cups of coffee. And by the time I start the religious video, if you watch those, they're usually between 2:30 and 3 in the morning. And I've already had 2 cups of coffee and the muffin bar and my medicine. Excuse me. We still coming out. And then I get a bottle of water. And then after that, and I'm processing the video, it's uploading on YouTube, about 4:30 in the morning, I have about 1 cup of cashews. Because you know the cashews are good for your liver. There's something in them that I don't think even doctors know why. There's something in cashews that are good for your gallbladder and your liver. Because you know, since I've been eating cashews, my gallbladder hasn't bothered me. And I know when it bothers me because it's right underneath your right side, at the very end of your rib on the right side. If you feel a sharp pain right there, it's not your rib, that's your gallbladder. Further down on the right, the next level down, maybe about 2 inches, that's your, not your appendix, that's your pancreas. And further down to the right, like down to your gut, that's your appendix. So I know what gallbladder pain feels like. I've felt it, and I'm hoping that little stone I had passed. And I know what pancreas pain feels like, because Jenny was with us that time after I had the biopsy, and the pain was so intense I almost had to go to the emergency room. And I've never felt pain quite as sharp as that before. And for an internal organ, it's strange. It's like, why is there pain nerves on internal organs? Can anybody explain that? Why is there pain nerves on internal organs? On your skin and muscles, I can understand, but why inside? It's just another way that God made us so that we suffer, I guess, right? I'm going to have another drink of tea. Let me put you on pause. So I got 4 of the waters, 6 boxes of the tea, and you know they limit how many of those you can get. And I'm trying to remember what the assistant manager told me one time. I think it's 4 or 6 of a deal they limit. And I bought 3, which is 6 boxes, so maybe tomorrow I can get at least 1 more. And because I'm part of their Publix club, of course they're tracking everything you purchase and when you purchase it. And just like Sam's and Walmart, you use your Sam's card, they know everything you buy and use from there. That's how they adjust their inventory about what's selling and what's not, what goes on sale and what doesn't. So let me think of what else I got. The muffin bars, 4 boxes. I got something else. I can't remember what it is. At Publix last week they had the Sara Lee butter bread, buy one get one, and normally I don't buy 2 of them because it'll go bad in the freezer. Even after about a month, bread gets like dry on the edges even in the freezer. But I figured I've been having, occasionally I like to have on the weekends, Saturdays pancakes, and Sunday or maybe sometimes on Saturday I'll make scrambled eggs, bacon, and toast and jelly. I've got the Smucker's Cherry Natural Jelly, which is no high fructose corn syrup. If you look at the ingredients, it just says corn syrup. So at least there's no high fructose corn syrup, right? Up there near Kathleen Road, there's a place called Carey, or it used to be called Carey, and they have tankers that come in there full of corn syrup. Isn't that strange? Why do they ship it on tanker cars on trains and then load it onto these semis? Where does it go? To the bread factory? I bet you it goes over to the bread place over there on Memorial. Because everything just about that's made now has corn syrup in it. And when we first had our first baby, Jennifer, she got constipated. And what the doctor told us to do was to buy a jar of Karo syrup, Karo. It's clear. And all it is corn syrup. And what it is about that makes you go to the bathroom is beyond me. You wouldn't think that sugar would make you go to the bathroom. So we gave Jenny like a 1/4 teaspoon of that Karo syrup, Karo, and she went to the bathroom like later that day. This is when she was a little baby. Don't you wish you could sleep like that, like this kitten? So I've got a Silverstone small form factor PC case from Goodwill for $25. With shipping, I think it was about $30, $32, which normally they sell for over $100, because I have one here in my bedroom I've had for 10 years. It's sitting here. I keep meaning on making a small, slender PC. They used to call them home theater PCs, HTPC. When Windows Media Center was big, I loved it because it handled all my TV tuners, all of my recorded videos, and all the hard drives, libraries, everything. They did away with it. So now a home theater PC is just a PC that you plug into your TV with no special interface or anything like that. So I've got this Silverstone case in here. And the next computer I build will probably be a mini ITX motherboard, which is a little tiny square one. And it'll be in one of these slender cases. And I'll probably replace the computer here next to my bed, the one that's on like 24 hours a day with the camera. So at night, if I hear something, I can just move the keyboard a little bit and the monitor will light up and I'll be able to see what's outside. You know, wouldn't it bother you if you heard like a big thump outside your window and you couldn't see what it is? So you'd go to the window and try to peek out, but how are you going to see? It's pitch black. So with cameras, you can always see what's going on outside of your house. Once you get into that, as Jenny will tell you, you end up becoming hooked. Especially when you're home alone and you're kind of wary of everybody works during the day, so daytime burglaries are usually houses. Business burglaries occur at night when everybody's at home. And house burglaries occur during the day when everybody's at work. So that's why in the police business, during the day you would patrol the housing areas, and then the major, occasionally you'd drive through the major shopping centers, like the parking lots. And then you would try to focus on housing developments, especially if data indicates that burglaries were occurring. If there was one burglary, more than likely there'll be others, because they're used to not seeing the police around. So then I would start driving into those neighborhoods where the burglaries were occurring, spending more time there. So there is no waste of time as a policeman. You're in that marked car for a reason. It instills in the mind of the criminal that if they commit a crime, there's a really good chance they're going to get caught. That's why police are in marked cars, not in unmarked cars. They want people and the criminals to see you so that you could keep them. They're always guessing that they might get caught, especially if they use a car. If they really wanted police to catch criminals, that everybody would be in an unmarked car. But that's not the idea. The idea is to reduce crime through high-profile patrol. And it's actually a federal program. And there was a big book we had at the traffic office about that thick. When they get traffic grants, the federal government pays departments to have traffic units so that they can have more cars out on the actual roads, in high visibility, because it's been proven that it reduces crime. High profile patrol in marked cars. So if you wonder, that's why. I used to sit a lot at the banks doing nothing, just sitting there, you sit in an area where you're highly visible. So the people from 98 could see me, people down at the bank down the road could see me, and the bank on the other side of the road could see me. And just sitting in one spot was highly advantageous, because anybody heading up and down that road would be able to see that I'm sitting there. So hopefully they'd move into somebody else's area to commit a crime, right? And that's what you do. So the police, even when they're just sitting around, I can't tell you how many times I've been just sitting around doing nothing, and a tone signal would go out, and in less than like 3 seconds, I'm pushing the pedal to the metal and the siren's on, and all of a sudden your heart rate's going 200 beats a minute, and you're listening and observing the traffic, and you're trying to do 100 different things at the same time. That coffee was good. Thanks for watching Bongo with me. I know you don't want to watch the old man. Everybody would rather watch the pretty little Bongo cat. Bongo? She's sleeping, or else she'd wiggle her tail. Bongo? Bongo, you sleep? You sleep? She's like totally unconscious. She's been up with me since 1 in the morning. She usually plays with her little ball that early in the morning. And just as I turn the camera on to do the religious video, she goes berserk. And you'll hear stuff in the background sometimes, stuff knocking around. I take her collar off because the jingle's too loud. It comes across on the video. Well, thanks for helping me test this $17 microphone set with my pop filter. And I'm happy with it. I just don't have the money to spend $100 on a nice microphone. They've got some really nice ones at Goodwill that come in these like metal cases. I've been tempted to buy one of those and send it to somebody. But Stephanie's thinking of getting into the YouTube world. And the bottom line is you at least got to start somewhere and start doing something just so that you feel more comfortable looking at the camera and talking. Because you're always wondering what you're going to say, etc., etc. But as time goes on, you'll notice how more comfortable you get with talking in front of a microphone and a camera. I go back sometimes and I watch some of the earliest videos back in March and April of last year when I first started. And it's come a long way. All those were outside. And I can't remember why I got the webcam. I know I got it for $30. It's a $70 webcam, the Logitech 1080p ProStream, from Sam's for $30, literally on sale, on clearance. That's why I got that. And then I decided, see what's the best software to use, and I ended up with OBS, which is what we're on here. So think about it, everybody. All it takes is for you to do something morally and ethically correct on YouTube. Don't do anything immoral, no nudity, no foul language. The Penguin Z0 guy, yeah, he's got some foul language, but a lot of times I watch him look for his microphone, his lighting. A lot of times he makes edits in there, and I look at that when I watch these videos. Of course, Jetting Julia is having surgery on her knee, so she's out of commission for the next 4 to 6 weeks. She's not flying. But I watch her videos because I watch the way she talks and carries herself. She makes a lot of edits. And I'm just wondering, what's going on with that. A lot of times I do this. And I'm afraid somebody's going to do like with Ron DeSantis and cut all those out, put them together into one video. And you'll have a bunch of videos with me sticking my tongue out. Have you guys seen that video of Ron DeSantis where he's always licking his lips and stuff like that? Hey, you gotta love the political stuff. I watched the ones for Joe Biden too, by the way. I'm just not prejudiced against Republicans. I'm prejudiced against everybody. All the major players in the political spectrum. But you gotta love Chris Christie with his New Jersey accent, telling it like it is. Donald Trump is a liar. Donald Trump is a liar. Why won't anybody say that? So you gotta love Chris Christie. If the election was tomorrow and it was Joe Biden or Chris Christie, I would vote for Chris Christie. So hopefully the Republicans can get their act together. Right? They only got about 9 months to do it. Way overdue. We're at, let's see, 36 minutes, plus if I add the other video, it will be over. I love you guys. Thanks for spending time with me and Bongo. Sorry she didn't do anything exciting today. I love you. God loves you. Together and forever we always will. Stay happy. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and your animals. All of my animals are happy campers. She wouldn't be in here if I was a bad animal owner. You know, she would be hiding from me all the time. She always wants to be around me. She's kind of like my little shadow. May God allow us to be reasonably happy in this life, supremely happy forever in the next. And with a whole lot of help from God, in the blessing of another day, I will see you tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves. Say your prayers. Everybody, say your prayers. You know the Hail Mary, the Glory Be, and the Our Father. That's all you had to say when the priest tested you, remember? He asked you to recite those, and that's, oh, you pass. He gave you the blessing. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.